Hello, I'm Crypto Casey, and in this video, we are going to address a question I received on last week's AMA. I do every Wednesday on my one and only official Instagram account, which you can check out by clicking on the link below. Someone asked me to address concerns that a YouTuber named James voiced on his Invest Answers channel about BC Vault devices. So, let's hit it. First things first, out of the roughly 4 minutes taken to share 5 potential red flags this YouTuber had about BC Vault, there is only one that truly concerned me, only because it's actually one of the biggest dangers to us all on this crypto journey together. And it's people like me. There is one key takeaway everyone will benefit from immensely, and it's understanding the amount of money that is thrown at social media profiles like YouTube channels that start amassing a substantial following, especially in the finance space. So let's go straight to this particular red flag.
Now, red flag number 5. Probably another one, which, again, they said it has been approved by experts. So when you think about a wallet and you think about experts, you'd expect the top security experts on planet Earth. But no, they have people who approved it are all crypto influencers. And these influencers are by no stretch security experts. And it's kind of carried. The people that do approve it, I think, are BitBoy, Crypto Casey, Hashoshi. They have zero background in cybersecurity and hardware security. And they are probably allegedly happy to endorse any product you want if you pay them. Okay? Allegedly. Not saying they got paid, but they probably got paid.
Yes, it's true. I don't have a professional or academic background in cyber or hardware security. However, allegedly probably happy to endorse anything anyone wants paid absolutely does not apply to me. Can the same be said for this YouTuber? You decide. Here's a clip from an AMA produced by Celsius on March 25th. Which was a glorious day, as it was my birthday, and it was also the GOAT Sir Elton John's birthday, and fun random fact, I actually had dinner with the Kathy Wood herself on this exact day. Amazing. So let's check out what also happened on this day.
Also joining us, special guest on this Friday, spending it with us. And
pleasure.
That everybody is asking about your background. Is that like a 3D or is that just a wallpaper? What is that background?
As 3D paneling. So it's not for soundproofing because I'm actually underground in a concrete like bunker. So it's just to, the brand of the channel is simplicity, no frills, no shills, and black is it. So that's why it's this way.
We all thank you for educating the community, helping the community. I watch you religiously. And for those who don't know, James, just to give you some stats, James have added 8,861 Celsians to the Celsius community. And obviously, we also ran a joint promotion to help launch.
He brought 8,861 Celsians on board up until that day, March 25th, 2022. So that underground concrete bunker is probably serving more purposes these days. And it looks like the basic affiliate arrangement for anyone, regardless of whether or not they were an influencer with a large following, was each person receiving $50 worth of Bitcoin once the new user transfers at least $400 worth of crypto to their Celsius account and leaves it there for at least 30 days. And it looks like about a year ago, this YouTuber posted a video about the Celsius platform and token and how it works, which might be one of the very first videos they made about the platform. Possibly, possibly not. Either way, upon inspection, this video is no longer available to view at this time. Also no longer available to view at this time is an interview on June 4th, 2022 with CEO of Celsius, Alex Mashinsky, titled, "What's Up with Celsius?" However, we do have some idea of what was discussed in the video from this article published July 14th, 2022. Influencers in the spotlight. 2 weeks before Celsius placed a temporary, now likely permanent freeze on withdrawals, Mashinsky took to YouTube channel Invest Answers to rally against the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, surrounding the platform. "The FUDers are idiots who have nothing better to do," exclaimed Mashinsky. "Don't believe the FUD," agreed James Maloney of Invest Answers. "Celsius has the framework and transparency to let customers know if there is a problem, not to mention the financial backers," he gushed. "Want to make sure your crypto is stored safely for your loved ones? Give Celsius custody of your funds, they suggested. So went the 45-minute interview. Upon digging deeper, some interesting comments on Reddit came up. Invest Answers Shill. This guy had Alex on his show numerous times, despite saying he didn't accept sponsors. I doubt he was giving Alex the airtime to shill his lies for free. Some on Twitter estimate James made nearly $500,000 from referring his viewers alone. And when considering the basic $50 worth of Bitcoin referral fee on at least 8,861 confirmed onboarded up until March 25th, 2022, that makes sense. So how many more signed up following the AMA video and thereafter up until the freeze on June 12th? Well, at least one poor soul on Reddit allegedly. I moved funds in Celsius based on his first interview with Alex. Did he address the Celsius issue at all? Can't find any video. And another Redditor responds, his only comments are that he's a victim too. How much of a victim was he though? Well, it looks like at some point a link to allegedly how much he had on the Celsius platform, as well as how many cell tokens, was available, but this link doesn't work anymore either. However, this Redditor comments on the alleged contents of the link. I truly don't know anything about his play, but at least now we can all see how much he actually believed in this app. Less than $100,000 and 0 cell tokens, with the link to the celsiusnetworth.com/James-Malarney, which wasn't working when I tried to view it. Is any of this true? I don't know, it's Reddit. Here's what I do know, that although the Invest Answers YouTube channel may very well be altruistic in their claims to not accept sponsors, and that's exactly what I'm going to assume, that they created the Celsius content for free and gave away any affiliate commission to charity. However, again, what I know for a fact is what Celsius was trying to offer me, a smaller YouTube channel, compared to Invest Answers around May of 2022. Interestingly enough, they wanted me on a video AMA on their channel, similar to the one posted March 25th. They wanted an interview of their CEO, Alex, posted on my channel, similar to the unavailable one posted on June 4th. They wanted a dedicated video about the platform, similar to the unavailable one posted a year ago now. For this, they offered me $39,000 to be paid over a 3-month period, so $13,000 per month plus any affiliate commissions. And just to be clear, someone works with me that deals with offers and negotiations like this, and they get a percentage of everything. So when they came to me with the Celsius proposal, I told them I didn't feel comfortable sharing this type of lending, yield accrual, staking service in this market. I only explore products and services with everyone that I personally use, continue to use, and would absolutely recommend to my own family and friends. Yes, there are lots of risks as an active investor in crypto, and I do my best to remind everyone of that without sounding like a broken record. My personal cell phone service is with Afani. I use several Ledger devices, Nano S, Nano S Pluses, Nano X's. I use several BC Vaults. I contribute to my IRA and SEP with iTrust Capital. I've used NordVPN on all of my devices since before I even started the channel. I use all the exchanges I mentioned on this channel. I use several Proton email addresses. I use YubiKey 2FA devices. I have countless unstoppable domains for my personal branding, current businesses, and future businesses. So if you've been watching this channel over the past year or so, we explore the structure of the traditional financial system, its effects on the structure of the cryptocurrency markets, and concerns I've had about the rampant rehypothecation happening with yield farming, lending, and alternative forms of staking. And over a year ago, I posted a 3-part trilogy guide explaining these important concepts and have posted 3 or 4 follow-up videos about my concerns, particularly around unbacked stablecoins, driving price action, as well as debt-based Wall Street activities, like futures contracts, being applied to equity-based assets like Bitcoin. And I've compiled all these videos in a playlist which you can check out by clicking on the link above if you're interested. Business, finance, economics, the implications of blockchain and cryptocurrency on our future, those are all my wheelhouse, not cyber and hardware security. And based on my extremely limited knowledge on the matter, I don't get the feeling that traditional financial market structures, how exchanges and platforms like Celsius or projects like Terra Luna are structured and operate, is James's wheelhouse. I'm not really sure what his wheelhouse is, but if you watch the channel, let us know in the comments below. Cool. So in the case of BC Vault, about 4 years ago, in 2019, they sent me a free BC Vault device to review. Unusual? Not really. So did Bitbox. So did Kobo Vault. So did SafePal. So did Treasure over the years. I receive a lot of free stuff to review. So for the record, BC Vault sent me a free device. And I have an affiliate link that anyone can set up with BC Vault. Doesn't matter who you are, any of us can set up an affiliate link today and receive the same exact percentage rate I receive for any sales. I don't have a special relationship with BC Vault. In fact, they didn't even really ask me or tell me I was on their website as an expert. Though yes, I personally like their product, and they never paid me anything outside of percentage of sales from affiliate links. In fact, I've bought at full price several BC Vault devices as presents for my friends and family. And I've had friends that were using the device before I even heard of it. So let's quickly go through the other red flags he mentioned, which do not personally concern me, so I'm not going to spend a lot of effort refuting them in this video, because this video is about my legitimate concern, which is the influence money has on influencers who influence people like us who are trying to navigate this new, complex, speculative, experimental at best technology that is slowly and surely becoming a digital asset class that will take the world by storm. So if you guys are interested in an updated video guide on BC Vault and how to use it, let me know in the comments below. Sweet, let's quickly go through the rest of James's concerns together.
I've never heard you mention the BC Vault hardware wallet. Are you aware of it? And the security credentials seem very good. Would you agree? So this is fascinating, and we're fortunate to have a wallet expert as part of the team here. So this is a brilliant question, and very, very important to really, I can't stress this enough, really trust the wallet that you are using, okay? Let's walk through this and show you a couple of red flags. Red flag number 1. Lack of documentation. We never heard of the BC Vault before, so we did some research, and boy, did we come up with a couple of concerning points. First one, lack of documentation. We went everywhere, and the documentation really is extremely weak, does not provide an overview of the security features, and it is by no stretch detailed enough. Okay, number 1.
I filmed a 30-minute video about the device and features based on independent research I did, and I found more than enough information to go into the security details of the device. In fact, one of the main reasons I decided to make a video about BC Vault over others is because of how unique and different their approach to crypto wallet security was compared to others. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Blockchain and cryptocurrency technology is still extremely new and experimental technology. And that's why, as an insane, risky investor in this wild west of a space, I prefer to store my investments in several types of wallets. Definitely not all in one place, and definitely not all using the same extremely new and experimental technology. If you scroll down to the description area below, you can check out links to resources that provide documentation, including BC Vault's direct response to James's concerns, which is adequate enough for me, personally. Granted, I'm not a crypto wallet expert, or a cyber or hardware expert. Great that James can afford to keep one handy on his team, though. Probably not from sponsors.
Number 2. Red flag number 2. They don't use BIP 39 standard. And as you know, BIP 39 is the seed phrase standard, is limited to 1 page of documentation, and they don't use the standard seed phrase approach to back up your wallet. Instead, they use some type of gyroscopic random value generator to produce private keys. This is definitely not industry accepted standard, and I would like to see much more documentation on this, but I couldn't find any. So if anybody can find all the security documentation for this wallet, let us know.
Like I already said, one of the things I like about BC Vault is their different approach to securing crypto, as again, this is all extremely new experimental technology. The comment about them using an alternative to BIP 39 being definitely not industry accepted is simply false. Unless you think big names in industry that collaborate with BC Vault like Changelly, Crypto.com, Wire, Wallet Connect, Blockbank, and Mew definitely have unacceptable industry standards. And from a user perspective, I much prefer creating a private key using BC Vault's gyro sensor. It's very interesting. You literally physically shake the device for about a minute, and using true random number generation, which you can find documentation about in the links below, is far less time consuming and cumbersome than the somewhat painfully tedious process of writing down and confirming and securing the 24-word seed phrases on ledgers. But hey, as an insane, risky investor in this wild west of a space, I'm not easily put off or shooketh, and am totally open to new innovative ways to secure crypto.
No open source code. We like wallets that are open source. They are kind of better, battle hardened, more trusted. And companies that don't publish their source code, it goes for cryptos as well, they really, it is a concern, and they lack public repositories, activities, or contributions in the space. And the only thing that they do have on GitHub is JavaScript API integration, another red flag, by the way, and another package that looks incomplete. No documentation of any activity or contributors. And granted, they are a new company, and perhaps they will make more available, but at this point in time, we cannot find what we need to make a decision.
Open source, just like closed source, has its pros and cons. Trezor, another big crypto wallet provider that uses BIP 39 and is open source, etc., was targeted and exploited due to its open source nature. Back in 2018, Trezor released a PSA about the attack where hackers basically copy and pasted their open source code, made malicious changes, and started reselling hacked devices on the market. In fact, if James has an issue with closed source software, his wallet expert should know that Ledger devices are not completely open source. In fact, most of the entire global civilization runs off of closed source software like Apple, Microsoft, Cisco, all military defense systems, pretty much all public companies. Having an issue with technology that is not completely open source means you have a lot of issues with a lot of things.
Red flag number 4. This is the cringiest thing. Is how they do their backups. They have an option to utilize a micro SD card as a backup, which is cringy. Micro SD cards have no security on them. Granted, the data they put on it is encrypted, but having this micro SD card backup can introduce additional risk surfaces, additional risks, additional complications, and they're basically opening up additional backdoors, vulnerabilities. So it's kind of crazy. And also they have the ability to connect to a printer to print a QR code backup, which is another exposure and vulnerability. I mean, it's as if it was made in a kindergarten.
I agree, this was the cringiest red flag because of the irony when comparing a 12 or 24 word seed phrase backup to encrypted data stored on a micro SD chip or QR code. Here's the deal, if I came across 12 or 24 words written on a piece of paper typed on a file or similar, in just a few minutes, I could download a crypto wallet app or log out of an existing wallet app on my phone, enter the words, and steal all the crypto like that. In fact, I show you how to do this step by step in this video you can check out by clicking on the link above. Now, if I came across a random microchip, I'm probably not putting it into my computer. One, the last thing most people would ever think is that there is an encrypted crypto wallet file on there. And two, it would be similar to plugging in a random jump drive to your computer. I don't know what's on there. It could be infected with a virus or similar, because yes, he's right about vulnerabilities with storage devices like chips. And there are hardly any scenarios where I would want to investigate the contents of a random micro SD chip I randomly happened upon. But being the insane, risky person that I am, if I were so inclined, yes, the encrypted backup would be on it. But if I didn't know that it was a BC Vault backup file, how would I know to randomly download the BC Vault application? I wouldn't. The same goes for the QR code, by the way. You print it out, yes, printer saved data, that is printed, but the contents of the QR code are encrypted. And unless you randomly knew to download the BC Vault application, you wouldn't even know how to access the information. But let's just say I randomly downloaded the BC Vault app and had the micro SD chip and the QR code backups with me. When I try to open the wallet, it requires both a global password and a PIN code. So unless, when I found this random micro SD chip or QR code, there was also a piece of paper outlining this information, I wouldn't be able to access the wallet. Why? Because it's encrypted. 12 and 24 word seed phrases are not encrypted. If you leave those lying around, your Ledger PIN won't save you. And tons of scams are targeted at tricking people into entering their seed phrases into fake websites, fake support forums, emailing, texting them, etc. In fact, BC Vault at the time of this video has had no security incidents, which the same cannot be said for Trezor nor Ledger if you remember their marketing database leak a few years ago. So if you want more detailed info on how BC Vault works, check out my video guide from 2019 by clicking on the link above. And again, if you would like me to make an updated video about BC Vault devices, let me know in the comments below. People have been asking me why I haven't been mentioning BC Vault lately like I used to, and the reason is because we're in the middle of this brutal bear market, and BC Vault is a hardware wallet option that is more physically high quality and therefore commands a higher price. So I've been focusing on promoting more cost-effective solutions to not discourage people. So a $79 Ledger Nano S Plus is a good place for people to start versus the more robust and luxury options of BC Vaults, starting at around $129. And yes, I recommend diversifying your crypto among several different types of wallets. And when you do choose to buy a hardware wallet, to avoid issues Trezor faced with fake devices and malicious code, make sure you are accessing the correct and official site of the original manufacturer. If you scroll down to the description area below, you can access the correct and official sites of my recommended hardware wallets, all while supporting the channel. Why don't a lot of other crypto influencers cover the BC Vault? Probably because in my experience as an influencer, they are one of the few companies that don't really believe in paying for reviews. Why don't we see BC Vault everywhere regardless of video reviews? They just don't do tons of marketing to get a ton of people to buy their product or use their service. Is that a bad thing? Not really. I mean, Celsius was going to pay me $39,000 to start a 3-month campaign 1 month before they froze all the funds. All the while, the founder had already been stealing millions in preparation for an exit and wanted me to do a video interview of him on this channel promoting his sinking ship. Madness. So, At the end of the day, beware of the influence money has on influencers that influence people like us who are trying to navigate this new, complex, speculative, experimental at best technology that is slowly and surely becoming a digital asset class that will take the world by storm. Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell notification to stay up to date on all of the latest videos. So how big of a risk do you think influencers are on the crypto community? Do they help more than hurt? What would you like to personally tell influencers that may help the space? Let me know in the comments below. Be safe out there.